While the rest of the Premier League battles through the FA Cup, the lights at Carrington are burning late into the night. Following an exit from the Cup, Michael Carrick has been gifted something most interim managers never get: time. 13 days to be exact. 13 days to analyse a start that has defied all expectations. 4 wins and a dramatic draw in his first 5 games. But beneath the surface of that unbeaten run, tactical cracks started to show at the London Stadium. We're breaking down the tactical failure against West Ham's low block, the Cesco conundrum that is dividing the fan base, and the incredible career resurrection of Lisandro Martinez. Plus, stay tuned for the end of the video where we look at a massive transfer link that could finally replace the Bruno Fernandes era. Let's get into it. The honeymoon phase hit a speed bump against West Ham. For the first time, Carrick's tactical approach felt off. We saw United dominate possession against Fulham and find joy against a 10-man Spurs, but West Ham presented a different beast, the stubborn low block. Carrick's system relies on fluid central attackers, Matthias Cunha, Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount, constantly rotating. But against the Hammers, these players were suffocated. The data shows United struggled to create high-quality chances when the opposition refused to engage in a high press. Looking ahead to the trip to the Hill Dickinson Stadium to face Everton, Carrick has a week to iron things out. Everton, under the lights at home, rarely sit back, but Carrick knows that if he wants the permanent job, he needs a plan B for the teams that park the bus. Expect this week's training to focus on deep completions, those 20-metre passes into the box that Carrick's Middlesbrough side was famous for. Then we have the man of the hour, Benjamin Cesco. Let's look at the numbers because they are staggering. Under Ruben Amorim, Cesco looked lost, managed just 2 goals and struggled for minutes. Under the Fletcher and Carrick interim duo, he's bagged 5 goals in 5 games. His equaliser at West Ham wasn't just a goal, it was a statement of growing confidence. But here is the conundrum. Cesco is currently the league's most effective super sub. Carrick now faces the first major selection headache of his tenure. Do you start the man in form and risk disrupting the tactical balance of the starting 11? Or do you keep him as the ultimate break glass in case of emergency option? If Carrick rotates Cesco into the lineup against Everton, it will be the first time he has made a non-forced tactical change to his front line. It's a gamble that could define the next phase of his interim stay. If you told a United fan in November that Lisandro Martinez would be the first name on the team sheet in February 2026, they would have called you crazy. The Butcher was at a career crossroads. After that devastating ACL injury in early 2025, his 3rd major injury in 2 years, many thought his time at the elite level was over. During the Amorim-era, Luke Shaw was the preferred left-sided centre-back. Martinez was a passenger. But since Boxing Day, Ligt has played every single minute of Premier League football. He didn't just return, he evolved. We saw him call out the criticism from club legends Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt, then go out and pocket the likes of Erling Haaland. Alongside Harry Maguire, he has formed the most stable defensive partnership United has seen all season. With his contract set to expire next year, the narrative has flipped from "when is he leaving" to "how can we afford to let him go?" In a squad losing leaders like Casemiro, Martinez's passion has become the heartbeat of the Carrick era. But what about the rest of the defence? Matthijs de Ligt remains the big question mark. He hasn't played since 2025, and what was initially called a minor niggle has turned into a 3-month absence. Carrick's latest update was cautiously optimistic, saying De Ligt is moving in the right direction, with a potential return for the Everton clash. If De Ligt returns, Carrick is spoilt for choice. He has Maguire and Martinez in the form of their lives, and young Lenny Yoro, proving he is ready for the big stage. This extended break might be exactly what the medical department needed to get this squad back to 100% for the top 4 run-in. Finally, let's talk about the summer. It's ironic that United face Everton next because the scouting team has reportedly spent the weekend looking at one of their stars, Iliman Ndiaye. Finally, let's talk about the summer. It's ironic that United face Everton next because the scouting team has reportedly spent the weekend looking at one of their stars, Iliman Ndiaye. Former United striker Louis Saha has been very vocal, urging the club to move for the 25-year-old. Saha described Ndiaye as a mix of Amad Diallo and Brian Mbeumo, a high work rate, skillful attacker who could potentially be the long-term successor to Bruno Fernandes. With Bruno's contract expiring next season, the 2026 recruitment strategy is clearly shifting toward younger, high-intensity players. Ndiaye has 5 goals and 2 assists this season, despite being away at AFCON. He won't be cheap. Reports suggest a £70 million price tag, but he fits the Carrick profile perfectly. Michael Carrick isn't just keeping the seat warm anymore, he's building a case for the permanent job. He has stabilised the defence, unlocked Benjamin Cesco, and navigated a difficult tactical hurdle at West Ham. But the real test starts now. Can he use this 13-day break to evolve this team into a side that can dominate the lesser teams? Or was this 5-game run just a temporary new manager bounce? I want to hear from you. Does Benjamin Cesco have to start against Everton? And if Matthijs de Ligt is fit, who do you drop, Maguire or Martinez? Let's get a massive debate going in the comments. I'm replying to the best tactical takes all afternoon. If you enjoyed this, that subscribe button. We have a huge preview of the Everton clash coming later this week elsewhere. Manchester United are considering a sensational move for Liverpool star Alexis Mac Allister this summer, according to reports. The club will be in the market for a new midfielder this summer and maintain an interest in Adam Wharton, Carlos Baleba and Elliot Anderson. But according to the Manchester Evening News, it is Mac Allister who is being closely monitored. The 27-year-old Argentine has endured a frustrating season, struggling to hit the heights that helped him shine last term. Mac Allister will still have 2 years to run on his contract come the end of the current season, but a summer exit cannot be ruled out. And United are ready to make a bold statement in the transfer market by signing the Liverpool star. Transfers directly between Manchester United and Liverpool are virtually unheard of. Since Phil Chisnell moved from United to Liverpool in 1964, no player has switched directly between the two clubs. While stars like Michael Owen and Paul Ince have represented both sides at different points in their careers, the rivalry makes a straight transfer extraordinarily rare. Mac Allister has previously expressed a desire to play in Spain at some stage, leaving uncertainty over whether a move to Old Trafford would appeal. United know that signing a player of Mac Allister is likely to hinge on qualification to the Champions League. Mac Allister joined Liverpool from Brighton in a £35 million deal in 2023, months after winning the World Cup with Argentina, and was instrumental in helping the Reds clinch the Premier League title last season. Now Sir Jim Ratcliffe has put the club under the spotlight once again with his inflammatory comments about immigration, which have quickly been challenged. Former Man United chief scout Mick Brown told Football Insider that Ratcliffe's claim that the UK is being colonised by immigrants is a disgrace and goes against everything the club stands for. United, alongside their Premier League counterparts and clubs throughout Britain, have greatly benefited from immigration throughout their history and still do. Brown warned Football Insider last year that Man United fans could turn on Ineos as a result of ongoing controversies and protests outside Old Trafford. Ratcliffe's comments have now stoked that fire once again, with many associated with the club left appalled and offended by the part owner's ignorant remarks. Ratcliffe's comments have not left the headlines since he took the unwise decision to air his political beliefs in public, with many speaking out against him. Former PGMOL chief Keith Hackett told Football Insider that the FA will write a letter to Ratcliffe amid an ongoing investigation into his comments. The FA are already looking into the incidents in order to judge whether his remarks are discriminatory or bring the game into disrepute, according to The Times. Meanwhile, Ratcliffe's comments have been condemned by the Mayor of Greater Manchester, Andy Burnham, who has labelled the remarks as inaccurate and inflammatory. Burnham called for the Old Trafford chief to withdraw his statements, and while Ratcliffe has issued an apology on Thursday, it will be far from the end of the matter.